You sit in a daze. The entire city stands in front of you as a vast painting. If you see this scene in the evening, so it will always be your memory forever. There are railed streets around church. Enchanted with the blessings of the world in their fingers, they are engaged in making pictures day and night. Every enchantment and its image is magnificent. Their houses are costly and expensive, and there are also those bunch of grapes on this mountain which the world gave the name of French wine. There are 200-years-old traditional coffee, restaurants, and pub on the hill. They also include a coffee shop with floor-to-ceiling chimneys. These are also messages from spouse companions to each other. Every jot of the cafe is a timeless tale of love. If you start reading these papers, then maybe your entire life will pass. The largest museum in the world is the Louvre Museum. Daisy comes in full glory in the middle of this journey. Every building in Champs-Élysées has a history. There are also coffee shops that have been built for 130 years. There is hardly any ruler or celebrity in the world who has visited Paris but has not come to this coffee shop. You will also find pictures of all the famous people of the world on the walls of the coffee shop. The world's most famous show, Lido, is just a few minutes away from Phuket. Lido is the second major show in Paris. The first show is Moulin Rouge, the oldest show in the world. It has also been running for 126 years. Café de Flora. This coffee shop was built in 1880. There is no other opera like the Opera House of Paris. These people come to see the opera in their magnificent dresses. Every major city in the world has a river, but there is no other river like the Seine, the river of Paris. This river is a strange river because there are wonders on both sides. Eiffel Tower is also on the bank of the same river. Take a ferry up the Seine River standing on the deck of the ship, and also see the lights of the Eiffel Tower lit up. Statue of Liberty is recognized as the recognition of America. It used to be in Paris. It was also built on the banks of the river. America gave the option to France in 1886 that give us the Eiffel Tower as a gift, or the Statue of Liberty. The people of Paris sacrificed its statue and saved the Eiffel Tower. Go to Euro Disney and see the River Seine on the 14th night of the moon. It is late at night when a private board passes through the River Seine, breaking through the silence. So, this scene becomes a picture and gets engraved in the mind. The suburbs of Paris are a strange world. You should also visit Nancy. It is considered one of the most beautiful cities in France. It is a beautiful city situated on the banks of a river. There are small villages around Nancy. These villages become movie scenes and become part of life. If you walk along Nancy's river, it will be the most memorable walk of your life. Grasse is an old town with narrow streets and houses, and after 20 steps, the stairs go up. There are also places in the city where, if you look down, there are hundreds of streets in the tunnel. There are small shops in the streets. Every shop sells perfumes, soaps, and candles. The Perfume Museum is worth a visit. If you want to understand the history of fragrance, how was fragrance used to be made during the Egyptian era? How Saudis made this art out from science? And when and how did the modern era of perfumery begin? Therefore, you must visit this museum. In the museum, there is also an old system of making fragrance and also modern instruments. The history of the fragrance is recorded on the wall. This is the identity of Graz, and Graz is its identity. Graz is a very good city, but his real beauty is his suburbs. Villas are built in the valleys of the mountains on the village. This villa is like a children's storybook in the late night and become a fortress in which fairies fly and butterflies clap their hands. There is something in this place that you can't forget even if you want to. Perhaps it is because it is all that man desires. Paris's catacombs is a living cemetery. After landing 130 stairs, you will reach there, where there will be nothing but dark caves and the silence of death. And the whole city is inhabited above. You'll be down the stairs in 5 minutes and your life will be cut off. Mobiles will be blocked, a credit card, password, national card, and your name will be zeroed. And you will remain a mere dot of life among 7 million dead bodies. There will be a 200 kilometers long cave in front of you, and you will be standing in the world's largest underground cemetery, where there are human bones, skull picked in the walls of these caves and dripping roofs. Paris's catacomb, whose walls are made of human bones and skulls, you can touch the bones. Whichever side you look at, piles of bones are visible there. Miles of caverns among the shadows, low-ceilinged, narrow-roofed cobblestones, above which the city of Paris has 19 districts inhabited there. In addition, life is running at full speed in districts. Catacombs imagining came from the Jews, and the Jews learned this art from the Egyptian pharaohs. The government has also installed bars in the caves to prevent people from wandering. Tourists are also regularly counted. No more than 20 people are allowed to enter the cave at a time. At the beginning of 20th century, these caves were opened for tourists. Local guides used to take people to the caves by the light of torches, during which countless people would get lost in the caves. Later, novels were also written on them, and also films were made on them. A group of 25 people from Britain were also among the victims. These people descended into the cave and did not see the light of the sun after that. No one knows what happened to them. This is a 1903 event, but here people still discuss that. This cave is 200 kilometers long, and only 1 mile and 200 meters will be opened. You get down in the cave from the stairs, travel about 1 kilometer in the 4 feet wide and 6 feet high cave. Then you will reach the place where there are piles of bones and skulls on 3 sides. In this place, the walls of the cave are made of bones. A bone is placed on top of the bone, and a skull is placed on top of the skull. Moreover, seeing them makes the heart tremble. Man stops when they reaches here and thinks that someday these people will also be alive. They will also be fighting for life and the demands of life. They will be envious and jealous. Among them there will be villains, wrestlers, elders, children, lovers too, the rich, the poor, the weak, the mighty, the oppressors, the oppressed, the master of the poor hand, and the poor of the former hands. These people are also going through the process of life like us, and they are doing planning for hundreds of years. Then what happened to them? They are just lying there as bones and unidentified skulls. In addition, curious tourists like us are making pictures with them. This is the truth of life. This is the truth of life which we always forget, for which we become Pharaoh. This was the video about France. Share it with your friends. In the next video, I will share with you some more facts and information related to another country. Thanks for watching the video. Goodbye.